Folks, yes! 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 Warriors steal game 1 on the road in Houston. 95-85 win. Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler. Excuse me. I was going to say Jimmy Butler. It's Jimmy Buckets. Playoff Himmy. Playoff Jimmy. Himmy is him. Yes, sir. Jimmy Butler goes off. Warriors win game 1 in Houston. We have a full breakdown for you. We did a live stream. If you're on it, thank you, thank you, thank you. Bit different from this video. We have post-game reaction from Steve Kerr, Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, Draymond Green. Sound bites coming for you. We're going to break down the box score. We're going to break down the team stats. Folks, there's something that has to change for the Warriors to win game 2. We got lucky. Warriors won this game, but the Rockets severely underperformed. There's one area they destroyed us, and if you watch the game, you know what I'm talking about. If not, I'm going to break it down and share why we got lucky. This did not cause us to lose the game. Randy Silver, Warriors Digest. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Your one-stop shop on YouTube for all your Warriors news. Myself and Arthur, please subscribe so you don't miss anything daily. What we talked about yesterday, Warriors draft position. 2 days before, report from the Bay Area reporter, Kuminga out. Did not play today as well. Something to talk about. Folks, a lot of news comes out. It's not just game news. We're here for your Warriors Digest. Let's break it down. And let's start with the box score because that will take us to the post-game recaps. Let me zoom in. Draymond Green only had 4 points, but it was a very typical Draymond stat line. 3 steals, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. Solid defense, a +4. We'll talk about him in a second. Jimmy Butler, playoff Jimmy, Himmy Butler. He put in 25 points. He had the last 3 out of 4 buckets. He made a offensive rebound for a layup. It was off a BP miss. Then he had a 2-point bucket from the free throw line extended. BP, finger roll. Jimmy, steal into a dunk to clinch the game. Warriors were up 4, and that helped push the lead to up 11, and that was that. Playoff Jimmy coming in clutch. 14, +14. Steph Curry, 31 points, a couple circus threes, 5 of 9 from 3, 12 of 19 total. Moody, solid, made a big 3 towards the end of the game when the Rockets were making a run. His normal, typical self. BP, best of anybody, ± in the floor. In the game, folks, +17. Not his best shooting night. However, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, efficient. JK, as I mentioned, did not play. The rest of the bench did okay. Quinten Post gets in the game, 0-3 shooting, 0-2 from 3. Steven Adams took in the post, was really playing him strongly. In addition, they put wings on him defensively. You know, now in the playoffs, teams will scheme against him. Rookie, you got to step up there. Buddy Hield, 2 points. You're the backup shooting guard for Curry. Got to do most. Got to do better. Yuri Collins, he got in at the very last moment. They just put him in at the end of the game. That's why you see that there. Jonathan Kuminga did not play. We broke down in the previous video. Butler, Green, Kuminga. Kerr does not like that matchup, that lineup together. So it's not going to be happening a lot in the playoffs when they're playing 37, 42 minutes. Kuminga, odd man out. Now for the Rockets, Alfreen, 26 points. Everybody else, very quiet. Big thing for the Rockets, Van Vliet, 4-19 shooting, 2 of 13 from 3. Where was that when he was on the Raptors, when he destroyed us in the 19 finals? Would have been nice. Overall, they did not perform very well shooting as a collective team, especially from 3. Now, again, we'll go over the stats really quickly when we dive into it. What I'm pointing to right here, folks, that's not going to happen again. They're going 6 of 29 from 3, 20%. We made 6 more threes. That's 18 points, 37.5% for us, 12 of 32. Now, what matters here is the rebounding. They out-rebounded us by 16, 52-36, but offensively, 22-6. They had 22? Yes, 22 offensive rebounds to our 16 more. But, folks, when you look at second chance points, they only had 22 to our 12. So yes, that means that they had basically another 16 possessions from offensive rebounds, but they only scored 10 more points. That is why we got lucky. That should be a much bigger gap. If that was a bigger gap, we would have lost that game. So we got lucky. They weren't able to convert their second chance opportunities to more. Points in the paint, they beat us by 20. That can't happen again as well. We beat them fast break points, 16-4. We 4X that. That's great. That helped minimize the gap. But overall, folks, that can't happen where you're giving up that many rebounds, especially offensive rebounds, to give a good team, the second seed in the West, more opportunities. That's got to change. And that's what concerns me, and that's something that we have to pinpoint strategically going into the next game. And we talked about points in the paint. So now that takes you to our man Steph Curry talking about the performance right after the game.
Well, I knew I was going to score 3 points for sure, but I think the first 3 shots I missed, and then I understood they were going to really try to take away the 3. And I got to the basket 3 in a row to finish the first quarter. So we try to soften them up a little bit. They have athletes everywhere. They play a tough brand of defense, but if you just play smart and allow my endurance to take over, over the course of the game, I think I get freed up. And you just got to make shots. I made some tough ones, but I think you got to keep them honest.
I like that. They're tough. They're going to make shots. You got to keep them honest. And for YouTube stuff, I just got to play with the video to make sure it doesn't get taken down. TNT stuff.
Jimmy's nice. Don't get that twisted. He's carried teams to the finals. And the idea of what he brings to us is another guy that's just comfortable with the ball in his hands to create for himself and for others. No matter what the situation is, you saw plenty of times he kind of made something out of nothing. He is a legitimate ball handler where we can give it to him in space, on the post, at the elbow, wherever, and teams have to respect him. So if I can space and give him room and, just, again, keep the defense honest, that helps. And we've had a really good.
We've seen that again, folks, time and time again since Jimmy came. We're playing more iso ball. And Jimmy's able to make the passes, and he's able to keep the pressure off of Steph. But also, it's the non-Curry minutes where Jimmy's able to win. We saw that time and time again end of the season where he's really, really helping us. And, that's him talking about Jimmy. What's Jimmy saying about Steph?
We're still young. I think Steph is 37, I'm 35, Dre is like 35. But we got some young guns that also get it done as well. Stayed in it, gave up a little run, but in the end we won.
18 of your last 20 points.
Knowing that we got one job to do, come in here, compete, and try to steal one on the road.
There was one 3-point shot that Stephen made. He was like, he continues to amaze, doesn't he?
He does. Like I always say, Batman comes out of nowhere. You never see him coming, then he just falls from the sky, from a building, behind the door. And does some incredible things, man. He's going to be the reason that we do win it all. We all know that, but we got to protect him at all costs.
Congrats.
We got to protect him at all costs, not let him get bullied ball. And I love that. Jimmy knows his place on this team. He's not the leader, it's Steph, and I'm going to follow him. Now, Steve Kerr, what are his thoughts on the win? And also, it's a big win for Kerr. I should have put this up earlier because, where is it? Do I have it? Here it is. Kerr got his 100th playoff coaching win, tying Larry Brown for 6th most ever by a coach. Congratulations to him, beating Red Auerbach from the Celtics, where he was tied.
They're not a typical modern NBA team. And I think, in terms of spreading you out, playing fast, shooting a million threes, they're kind of old school. In many ways, they're in the image of their coach. Ime was a grinder as a player. He was tough and physical, and that's what Houston is. And in this series, you can see that they know where their advantage lies, and it's playing Adams a lot, sometimes playing with Şengün, having everybody crash. So it felt like 1997 out there to me, complete.
I love that. And again, Adams did not play a lot in the regular season, but you can see that they want to use size and bully ball, but they got to make their shots when they go inside out, and that did not happen. So Warriors get a big win, folks, on the road. The best part is Warriors don't play again until Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday, a 2-day break, and then Wednesday, game 2. Already did your job. Goal is when you go on the road, steal one game. We stole game 1. If we can steal game 2, we're looking pretty, folks. Between then and now, myself, Arthur, will have plenty of news coming out. Subscribe to Warriors Digest so you don't miss anything. We're here for all your Warriors news daily. Warriors get the big win, and that is what matters most to start the playoffs strong. Jimmy Butler, thank you. Jimmy, Steph, and Draymond, the new big 3. Let's get it.